Hello friend. Hello friend. Today in lecture number 5 we have to learn the various losses in power electronics. Welcome in lecture number 5. See the power losses. There are basically two types of the power losses. First is static losses and second is dynamic losses. These dynamic power losses is also called as a switching losses. Now see the static losses. Static losses are basically classified into three categories. First is forward conduction loss, second is forward blocking state loss, and third is a reverse blocking loss. And your dynamic characteristics are classified into two, that is switching losses at the time of turn on the SCR and switching losses at the time of turn of the SCR. Now see explanation of these losses one by one. First is static losses. In these static losses, first static loss is forward conduction loss. In forward conduction loss, what happened? The forward conduction loss is nothing but the power loss, and it is calculated by the product of on-state voltage drop and on-state current drop. Now, if on-state voltage drop is very small, then this power losses is also very small. We can say that this type of the power losses, that is forward conduction power loss, is negligible. Second is forward blocking state. This state is nothing but your off state. Forward blocking state loss means this loss happens when SCR is totally in off condition. This device withstand the entire energy, but current is negligible. Here voltage is very high, that is forward voltage applied between anode to cathode is very high, but current is negligible, and product of this voltage and current is negligible. Hence the forward blocking loss is also negligible. Third power loss is a reverse blocking state loss. In reverse blocking state loss, the reverse applied voltage is very high, but the reverse current is negligible. Hence, this power loss is also negligible. These are the static losses. Now see the dynamic losses. Dynamic losses is also called as switching losses. See one by one. There are two types of the switching losses, that is turn on time of the switching loss and turn off time at the time of turn off SCR. The switching losses are there. Now see this explanation with the help of diagram. Here waveforms are drawn and there are two waveforms, voltage and current. See initial condition. The voltage at initial condition means when your SCR is in off condition, at that time voltage is very high and current is very small, that is negligible current is there. Ideally consider current is 0 and voltage is very high. When the SCR get turned on means when SCR is in transition state, at that time your voltage get reduced and current start increasing. And when your SCR is totally in on condition means on state, SCR is in on state, at that time current is high and your voltage is very low. Consider ideally voltage is at 0 volt. Now what happened when your SCR is turned on? At that time your voltage is high and current is also high, means your product of voltage and current is very high, means at the time of turn on the SCR the losses takes place very high. Same will happen at the time of SCR turn on off. When SCR turn off means your voltage start increasing up to its maximum value and current goes on decreasing up to its minimum value, that is up to ideally current goes down to 0 and voltage goes up to its maximum value. At that time, in off condition, voltage and current both are in high. Hence, your power losses at the time of turn of the SCR is also high. Means maximum losses takes place at the time of turn on and turn off the SCR. This switching losses has to be minimized because in this losses, your device may get damaged due to excessive heating. And these power losses will be reduced by increasing the frequency. Next point, see the specification, or it is also called as a rating of SCR. See first, these ratings of the SCR divided into two. First is current rating, second is voltage rating. See, current rating are there. First current rating is average current rating. What is the average current rating? Now see, this average current of the SCR can safely carry this SCR can safely carry repeatedly without exceeding the junction temperature limit. Means this current does not damage the SCR. This is the average current that can carry by the SCR repeatedly without exceeding its junction temperature. This power dissipation in the on state is controlled by the average current rating of the SCR, and this average current rating will depend on the following factor. First is case temperature, second is conduction angle, and third is shape of the current waveform. If the shape of this current waveform is rectangular, then its current rating will be directly proportional to the duty cycle. Now see, second is RMS current rating. In RMS current rating, the power loss and heating of SCR depend on the RMS current. By proper cooling method, we can increase this RMS current rating. Now third is surge current rating. What is the surge current rating? The surge current rating indicates the maximum possible non-repetitive or surge current which the device can withstand without damaging itself. Next, fourth is I square T rating. In this I square T rating, this rating gives an idea about the maximum energy or power device can absorb or dissipate without getting damaged, because I square T represent the power and I square RT represent the energy, where I is your RMS current and T is the time interval. This rating is used for selection of I square T rating of fuse or protecting device. I square T rating should be less than the device rating, otherwise it cannot protect your device. Next is DI by DT rating. This rating indicates the maximum tolerable rate of rise of anode current. Next point is voltage rating. See, in voltage rating, first voltage rating is a reverse voltage rating, which is denoted by VRSM. Now, in this reverse direction, that is when your anode is connected to the negative of the battery and your cathode is connected to the positive of the battery. In other words, anode is negative with respect to cathode. At that time, it acts as a conventional rectifier. There are two types of this VRSM. First is repetitive peak reverse voltage and second is non-repetitive peak reverse voltage. Both the types are when gate is open circuited. Now, if applied voltage is exceed these two ratings, then breakdown will occur and this breakdown can damage your device. Next voltage rating is peak offset blocking voltage, and this peak offset blocking voltage is denoted by VDRM. Now this uh, peak offset blocking voltage is given for maximum allowable junction temperature with specified gate bias condition. In this rating, voltage of SCR remains in the off state. Now, third voltage rating is peak positive anode voltage and it is denoted by PFV. Now, this rating is usually at or above the VDRM, that is, this voltage rating is at or above the peak offset blocking voltage. It is the maximum positive voltage that can be applied between the anode to cathode without damaging the thyristor or without damaging the SCR. This rating is of great practical importance when SCR are tested for their actual breakover voltage characteristics at room temperature, because only this voltage, that is PFV, will decide the SCR breakover voltage. And if this applied voltage is higher than the peak positive anode voltage, then SCR will be turned on and get damaged. Fourth is on-state voltage drop. In on-state voltage drop, if the voltage drop across the SCR in the on-state at a given anode current and temperature, it varies between the value voltage between 1 to 1.5 volt. This voltage drop indicates the power loss takes place while SCR conducting. Next voltage rating is forward static dV by dt rating. In this forward static dV by dt rating, it is nothing but it is the maximum rate of rise of anode to cathode voltage that will not turn on the SCR with the gate terminal open. Means when your gate terminal no any current pulse or pulse is applied to the gate terminal, at that time you can apply the maximum voltage between anode to cathode terminal, but it does not turn on the SCR. In this case your SCR is in blocking state. Now, if your dV by dt of the applied voltage is greater than the specified value, means it is greater than the breakover voltage for a given thyristor, it will turn on the thyristor without applying the gate terminal, and it may damage your device. Hence, this condition is also called as an accidental condition, which is already learned at the time of turn on methods of the SCR. Now, next point is dynamic dV by dt rating. In this, dynamic dV by dt rating is greater than static dV by dt rating, and it is defined as the maximum allowable rate of rise of voltage which will not cause the failure of commutation and will not turn on the SCR on when it is being turned off. These are the voltage ratings. 6 voltage ratings are there. We learn now. In next lecture, we learn the different types of the thyristor and triggering devices used for thyristor. Thank you guys.